Hello and welcome to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Whiteside, licensed clinical social worker with Trouble in Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it. It always makes me happy when we can talk to people who are taking a situation in their life where they're trying to make it better for other people. We welcome to the program Ms. Nicole Bourgeois. Nicole, thanks for joining us today.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having us.
All right. And we know that Darby's working hard. We'll give him a break, right?
Yes, sir.
That he's getting ready for this rodeo that we're excited about. But let's talk a little bit about the Blue Boot Foundation and how it started and how you and Darby came up with it.
Yes, sir. So, unfortunately, on June 30th, 2018, we did lose our son Riley to a drowning accident in our neighbor's swimming pool. And at that moment, we knew in our agony that we didn't want anyone else to have to go through what we were going through with dealing with a child death, especially one that is preventable in drowning. And after the funeral and the few months passed, we thought, well, we have to do something to keep his name alive as well. And just to let people know that this truly is a danger to all of us, not just toddlers, especially toddlers, because it's the number one cause of death in children ages 1 through 4. But again, swimming lessons and is a life lesson, so it can save your life at any time.
Right.
And we just wanted to let everyone know that this is preventable. Please don't let it happen to you. And so we started our Riley Johns Blue Boot Foundation.
Well, listen, it takes a very strong couple, it takes a very strong family to be able to take a situation like that and turn it into something positive for other people. So first and foremost, I credit you guys for being able to say, you know what? We're going to do something with moving forward. And so it allows you to kind of deal with your grief a little bit better as well, right? Because you know that you're doing something with the situation. Tell us about those first conversations that y'all had.
Yes, sir. And not even just us, but our friends and family wanted to do something as well.
Right.
So they came to us and was like, what can we do? And how are we going to bring and spread the message to not only us, but the community and the state? And we came up with the fishing rodeo. Actually, the rodeo was born before the foundation, but the foundation came along with it. We chose Blue Boot Foundation and blue boots because he loved his little blue boots and he always wanted to wear his boots. So that's how we came up with the name of the Blue Boot Foundation.
The foundation and the tournament the fishing tournament that's followed it, or they came before it, right? Now it becomes it in honor of course, Riley John for that. So very interesting that people in the community tend to really do exactly what your family wanted to do. They look at this situation and say, okay, how can we help? But we've had people in the community that have really gotten along, partnered with this. Y'all partnered with Child Water Safety. Y'all partnered with a lot of different places to really bring the concept front and forward about drownings.
Yes, sir, we do. And we couldn't even do a lot of the things we do without Mr. Joey Vining and his help with their foundation as well. They are the ones that we call and say, hey, Mr. Joey, we have a party or anyone else interested in getting kids signed up for swimming lessons, or they're having a function, can you please bring the life jackets, and we'll gladly foot the bill for however many kids need the life jackets, swimming lessons. And so he's been a big partner with us in helping spread this message of water safety.
And both of y'all are very similar in as much as Joey had that happen in his family as well. And so every time he comes on and we talk about that, I love the fact that you guys are not only helping be a resource for that, but y'all are also paying for it. That's where the money goes.
Yes, sir. Our money goes to help them for paying for life jackets. We pay for half of their swimming lessons that they pay for as well. We also do a lot on Grand Isle itself as far as the life rings. We have life jacket loaner stands on Grand Isle too to help at the state park for people that may have forgotten their life jackets, because a lot of times you don't think that you need the life jacket at the beach when truly it can help save a life there as well. We get several phone calls and private messages throughout the year, especially with the life rings, that thanks for having those there because we were able to use it to save someone's life. We know we don't have lifeguards on the beach, and so these have truly helped out a lot.
I love it. I love it. Now, you also reach out to people in the community. Some, one of our favorite tigers here from Houma, Gavin Dugas, he in one of the games and some of his friends and colleagues and teammates wore some special shoes. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, sir. So, my husband and his friend Corey, they actually are good friends with Gavin and his family, and was like, how cool would that be if we can get someone to design cleats that they would wear? And sure enough, Dylan Cruz was able to design them and sent them to a designer in Florida, and he came up with the design, and we had them for the Mother's Day weekend game.
That's when it was. I was trying to remember what game because I saw it, and I didn't realize that Dylan Cruz had come up with the design for that, for the blue boot cleats,
Yes,
right?
he
And it also
certainly
had a
did.
picture of Riley John on it.
Yes, correct.
Wow. So what a fitting time to do that, and that honors you, Nicole. For Mother's Day weekend, right?
Yes, it certainly did, and totally unexpected, but grateful and blessed that they were able to do that for us because that's a lot to ask of them. And Gavin's been on board with us for the last 3 years, attending our rodeo, signing baseballs for the children, and it was nice to see his friends wanted to help out with such a worthy cause.
Well, it says that good things come to people who are dedicated and committed to positive things, things that are going forward, things that are moving well in a community, and dedication to a cause like the Blue Boot Foundation. So I appreciate that about both Gavin and certainly about Dylan Cruz, two of the Tigers that made a huge difference in their run here and being national champions. And they're going to be present at this rodeo that we're going to take a short break. But when we come back, we get to talk about this fishing rodeo where they get to see catch some fish and see some tigers.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Very
Yes,
cool.
sir.
All right, we'll take a short break here. Do that with us. We'll be right back as we talk about the options for coming to this wonderful Blue Boot Foundation and rodeo. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on Bayou Time.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.
Hello and welcome back to this Bayou Time. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, your host, Keith Whiteside. We appreciate it very, very much. Very glad to have with me Nicole Bourgeois. We excuse Darby for working so hard and knowing where he is, but he is out working, getting ready for what's coming up this weekend, which is the 2023 Blue Boot Rodeo, which will be held July 6th through July 8th. Let's talk about the fact that July 18, right? 2018. So this will be the 5th year.
Yes,
so this
sir.
is exciting. So your 5-year anniversary.
Right.
Right?
It's a lot already to think that, it's been 5 years that we've been doing this and that it took off the ground so quickly. And we had such a great community backing us, wanting to help. How can we help? And we came up with the Blue Boot Rodeo in memory of Riley John Bourgeois.
I like it. I like it. And we're going to have some Tigers there. Gavin Dugas is going to be there signing autographs, signing baseballs. Of course, that's one of our shots here in town, the Houma Hammer. Himself, Gavin Dugas, is going to be there. Very exciting that he's going to be a part of this, and very glad that he's always been involved in and supporting you and your family as friends of the family and friends with Corey.
Yes, sir. Certainly. Of course, he played on the LBA Naturals team, and Corey's son played that in baseball too. And so
Right.
that's how we made the connection. And as we said, for the last 3 years, he's been at the rodeo with a few of the other players, maybe a few baseball players, maybe a few football players that he's friends with, to come and sign autographs for the children at the rodeo.
I love it. I love it. So let's tell them a little bit about the tournament. Thursday, July 6th, fishing starts at 6 a.m. On that Thursday, and that's fishing only. On Friday, July 7th, the scales are from 3 to 6 p.m. where people come in, and it is going to be at the Grand Isle Marina, right? 158 Sand Dollar Court in Grand Isle. That's Louisiana 70358 at the Tarpon Pavilion. And so, again, Friday, July 7th, the scales there where you can come. Again, it's July 6th through the 8th. Fishing and prizes, lots of music and food. DJ Frozen's going to start on Friday afternoon from 5:30 to 8. Right? That's
Yes, sir.
exciting.
Yes.
And people are going to come out just to hear that, I know. While they're listening to DJ Frozen, they can really enjoy the cornhole tournament from 6 to 9:30, which is always a fan favorite, right?
Yes, sir. It brings a different crowd to the rodeo that might not fish, but we want the support of all the community. So we tried to add in events that will help and support all of our patrons that want to come and help us out.
Right. I love it. I love it. And so, right as the cornhole tournament is finishing, junior lacrosse is going to be playing. He played at the celebration for July the 4th down in Houma, a huge success. Lots of people came out just to listen to junior lacrosse. So that's exciting.
Yes, sir.
Glad to have him, little country artist there. And then Saturday, July 8th, bingo and mimosas. I love that idea. My wife's going to tell us where we're going.
Sure.
When to go. Bingo and mimosas from 10 to 12 on Saturday, July 8th, and then the scales open 12 to 4 on Saturday, and then DJ Frozen will come back, right, from 12 to 3. I love it. So if you miss him on Friday, you can catch him on Saturday.
Yes.
Lots of food open and available from 3 to 6. Some nice food vendors and food coming out.
So actually, we do the concessions ourselves.
Right.
The
Very nice.
food from 3 to 6 is actually going to be a free plate lunch that you've purchased with your ticket.
With your ticket. Fantastic. And so enjoy that food from 3 to 6. Awards at 6:15. An auction that we're doing at 7:15. Some really cool items.
Yes, plenty of cool things, plenty of signed objects from LSU, of course, and the
Right.
players. We have plenty of people that design stuff for us as well that we don't even realize, and they go ahead and put our logo on it. And so plenty unique Blue Boot items that you'll find as well, besides the LSU and sports items.
And memorabilia.
Yep.
Very cool. And then Sharks in December band will play from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. on Saturday. And again, the importance of this is taking the difficulty and the tragedy that happened with your own family, with Riley John, and being able to move that forward to the Blue Boots Fishing Rodeo. I want to bring awareness, but we also want to make sure we raise money for those people to prevent from anybody else drowning from that. So again, it's the Blue Boot Rodeo in memory of Riley Bourgeois, of course, Riley John, as Mom would say it. I got to include the middle name there, which I love. And he loved his blue boots. We want you to come out and love that as well. Tell us a little bit about this.
Sure. So we always have an artist that paints our picture, and I knew I wanted the 5th year to be a special painting. And so this is actually a picture that was taken last year that I orchestrated with the kids in our neighborhood, as well as my nieces and nephews from ages 15 all the way to, if you see Keaton on the 15-year-old, he is now 1 year old, but he was 3 months old last year. And so just to remember that he always has his place within our Blue Boot family, obviously, and that he's the reason why we do this.
Wow, so very special. I love it. I love all the dedication and all the impact and what you've been able to take and move forward. Thank you very much. All right, Jason, flash the flyer up one more time just so people, in case they missed it, want to let you know that the Blue Boot Rodeo will take place July 6th through 8th. That's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, this coming weekend. Fishing and prizes, music and food. Of course, a kid zone. Life Jacket for Life, one of the programs that are provided through Child Water Safety and through your program, I know, which means that along with Child Water Safety, we'll make sure that we provide a life jacket for all kids 12 and under, to make sure that they get a jacket for life, and they can always switch those out as well. Again, all the proceeds from the rodeo are going to go towards educating elementary school students and parents on drowning prevention, as well as some of the scholarships to our high school seniors in the local area. I can't thank you enough for coming on, for taking this concept and moving it forward to save lives for other families so they don't have to deal with what y'all did. So
Yes,
we
sir.
appreciate it.
Yes.
All right. I want you to have a huge success, raise lots and lots of money, save a lot more lives that maybe we could have prevent these tragedies in the future.
Yes, sir.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. All right, guys, we thank you for joining us as well. Always glad you're watching us here on Bayou Time. And that will do it for this particular segment. Don't go anywhere. A lot more local programming right here on HTV.